We're launching a series in the book of Joel today, and I'm super excited about this series. But before we dive in, I wanted to speak to something that I've been hearing kind of around town, around the region. And usually, I typically don't respond to rumors because there's a lot of them, and there's no reason to respond to every one of them. But this particular rumor actually has started to affect some good people in our church who are just getting a little confused about what we believe here at Westside. And so you're all excited about what I'm about to say right now because I did a pretty good job of setting that up. And so it's regarding what we believe about the Old Testament. And I heard from a handful of people, good friends, pastors in our city, different people, like, hey, I hear Westside doesn't believe in the Old Testament anymore. And I'm like, what? That's interesting. And so it's starting to breed some confusion, actually, in some people in our church. And so I just want to reiterate what we believe, not in a kind of a defensive posture, but more of another way of teaching about how we view the entirety of Scripture. First, we have a high value for all of Scripture. We believe it's God-breathed and it is profitable for us, all of Scripture. And as we read and interpret the Old Testament specifically, the way we do it at Westside is we interpret the Old Testament always, every single time, through the lens of Jesus. So it's almost like we work backwards. So, when I became a Christian, somebody said, you need to read the Bible. And so where do you start when you read a book? You start at the beginning, right? And so the beginning of our Bible is Genesis chapter 1. But that's not actually where we should start as Christians. We should start in Matthew chapter 1, which is the description of Jesus, the Christ, the Messiah, the one that the entirety of Scripture has proclaimed, and then read about the Gospels, and then work backwards and read through the Old Testament, and you see the mark of Jesus everywhere throughout the Old Testament, and the Old Testament becomes even more alive because of Christ and his work on the cross and in the resurrection. And so to more fully understand the work of Jesus in the New Testament, we have to understand the Old Testament.